We argue in the brief, and I think this is really true, that Common Core standards explicitly call for digital literacies to be a key part of what's happening across the spectrum of teaching contexts. But it's not necessarily easy to tell that that's what's happening. So, for example, the standards might use language like students should be prepared for engaging in society and using multiple texts and multimodal texts. So when it's put that way, I think we have a sense for what that means, but I don't know that teachers necessarily read that and see, okay, this means I need to be offering my students experiences online with multiple texts and thinking multimodally as well. So they're developing digital competencies. The other part of it is assessments. So in the case of Common Core, the assessment is going to drive what happens with instruction inside of schools. And we still have yet to see where that's going to go. But I don't think there's good evidence that the PARCC assessments, at least right now, are making possible for young people to be able to express the ways that they are competent or have built up these digital literacies practices in the way that we're thinking about it.
And I think the disconnect there, the way you frame it as the standard and the assessment too. So the classic one I think of is using diverse media formats. But if the only diverse media formats that are occurring on the PARCC assessment are, you know, one little video clip or some, you know, two-dimensional representation visually, well, in the real world and online and offline, there are multiple diverse media formats that kids could be engaging in, but then are we going to narrow ourselves by only saying but this is what's on the PARCC? And I think that's a danger that I worry about in terms of, you know, the standards are not curriculum. The standards are standards, and the assessment isn't the only thing that should be, you know, wagging the tail. The tail shouldn't be wagging the dog that way. So that's a concern I have, is that there's only so much that can happen on that assessment.